been falling all my life and people wonder why I'm down to earth.
This is Adversity University.
If you waiting for somebody to feel sorry for you, then you failed already.
Success is best of those who've been grounded first.
Cause ain't nobody gonna feel sorry for you.
Now what are you willing to do?
The only thing that separates a winner from a loser is perseverance.
And this is Adversity University.
Welcome back. It is your boy Cody Motivation. I'm my friend and colleague and Peak with Applications Counseling, represent Adversity University, which is a life skill educational platform for personal growth and guidance. We're here to help guide you on your journey of personal growth, right? So listen, today's episode will be basically, this is a bridge the gap episode. And what I mean by bridge the gap, it was quite some time, not a whole lot, but it was quite some time since you last heard from us. But in that time, there's been some things happening, which we want to discuss with you guys. We want to talk through it amongst each other, but also give you guys some encouragement and information and just an extra boost in case you're going through some of the things that we've been going through in these last few weeks. But without further ado, Kim, how you doing? How's your week? How's the past couple of weeks been going with you? Like,
listen, shout out to Retrograde. You know what up? It sees me. So yeah, that's how my week's been going. No, it's been good. Just sitting there and taking moments to go and motivate myself because I need it. I need it.
Yeah.
But everything is good, man. Everything's good. How things been going with you?
Everything good. Everything okay. I said good, but hell, we can't complain because it ain't gonna do us no good to complain about life. Life will continue to happen. Life will continue to life. But man, when I tell you, it's been happening. It's been happening, and you know, I've just been really trying to keep my feet up on me, keep my head high, my chin up, chest out, and do what I need to do, not only for myself but for my family and everybody that's depending on me. So, I've had, I think last time we spoke about a loss, and then a couple of days after that, my wife lost her cousin, and a couple of days after that, we lost a family friend. A couple of days after that, I lost my other cousin, and it's just been a stock. So we've been, filled with loss over the past few weeks, and then it's been really difficult to just. Because I'm definitely I'm one who is familiar with loss, is why I don't care for it, deal with it the best. Because it's tough, right? It's very, very tough. It's very, very hard to deal with. It ain't easy to do, but we understand that in life we push through certain things because we have to continue with life. So best course of action for me is to not slow down. Well, you can slow down a little bit because sometimes it's warranted, but not stop. Not stop, not give up on yourself, give up on opportunities that you have, not give up on the blessings that's in front of you, not give up on any of that. And this is what we're dealing with. So the title of this is The Art of Growing Through Anxiety, We're Bridging the Gap. So when that gap, right, we need to discuss accountability, right? We need to discuss consistency, right? We need to discuss showing up even if you don't feel like it, right? Because anxiety and depression, we mentioned, they're cousins. And when you're going through things, one has something to do with the other. So we only can control the things that we can control. But if you keep your feet moving in the midst of the struggle, eventually you'll see the light. So darkness always exists, it always will exist, but we got to keep our feet moving in the midst of it all if we really want to see the light. So as far as showing up when you don't feel like it, I'm doing that right now. As far as consistency, I'm added on to that right now, right? We took a week or two break because of the struggle, but at the same time, we have a duty to do what we do for the people. And I mean that. You know what I'm saying? I don't just talk about it. I live it. And just even putting through what I'm pushing through now it's a form of persevering. It's a form of just get up and go, man. We have goals and we got to work on accomplishing those goals, and not let anything stop us from reaching those goals. So, yeah, that's kind of why I felt like I've been drilled, but and I know the internet's been tripping. So if I'm choppy, let us know. We'll fix the issue. Kim, let me know on your end if I become choppy. I know you told me a little while ago, but I want to make sure that everybody's able to get the message that we're trying to give out, as opposed to being choppy and trying to figure it out, right? But
right.
Yeah, that's me. What's up, man? Like,
what's been going on? First of all, it's okay to take your breaks. It's okay to feel what you are feeling. And you need that so that you can come back stronger. And when you do come back, you're going to deliver exactly what you're supposed to give in your purpose. But the thing about with purpose is it's not only giving out, it's not only outsourcing. You have to kind of give it back to you first. And that's something that I am learning, not to feel bad when I can't push. It is okay for me to rest. One of the things that I got hit with is, people's like, you pray and you're doing everything that you're doing. And what if it still doesn't happen in the time that it happens? Right. Then the anxiety gets in and you become angst, like, oh my gosh, like, what if this? Or I should have did this. Start using the should statements again, and negative things of being behind in the critical talk. And anxiety goes up. But here's the thing, I've done everything, or we've done everything that we could. Right. And if it doesn't happen, then that doesn't mean that it's denied. It's probably just delayed, or I have to look at the positive side of it. The positive side of it is I'm still going to be okay. It just probably hasn't came through yet. So I have to be patient and wait, but still do the work. Right. Even if I get a no right now, that doesn't mean that I did something wrong. It doesn't mean that I was rejected. It just doesn't mean that, it just means that it wasn't my time. But it is okay for them to keep moving forward and not take it as an L. It's not an L. What did I learn from this? And in that moment, it's just like, I learned how to, operate or become a student. Everything that I've taught or everything that I teach my clients, I have to reflect that, right? So there's negative and there's positive in every decision, every choice. And I still stuck with the go with positive. And guess what? Because of that, my anxiety was low and I still kept my peace. My number one goal right now is to keep my peace. Life will come and try to disrupt you. Life will try to give you chaos, but even in chaos, you have a decision to choose peace. Right? And this is chaos. But I still decide to find my peace in it and be okay. It's my work.
Good stuff.
Oh, Cody, do you find that your purpose, right? Therapy, do you find that it is your I feel like, I put it on me, I feel like there's certain things in life I'm going to be challenged and I have to pass this test, right? Because I have to make sure that I elevate myself is my responsibility, because it's people coming behind me that I have to reach back and say, okay, I was there too, and this is how we can help, right? So whenever I go through a challenge, I've never was like, oh my God, I'm about to go through this. I can't believe I'm doing this. It's like deep down in my spirit, it's like, yeah, let's go. Who am I about to come out as now? Who am I about to discover now when I'm going through this? But then also it's a responsibility. It's like, it's bigger than me. Like, I'm not just going through this for me. I have a responsibility in my purpose work to go through it, because it must be people behind me that's coming up. So right now, my life is transition. I'm going through a transition. I'm getting ready to become a wife, darling. Yeah. I was joking. Right? And it's something I prayed for. I thought I was overlooked. And it is sir, it's work.
Yeah,
it is work.
and
And it's
sure.
scary, but I'm going in transition and learning how to move from becoming an individual, becoming a single mom, and adding an additional role, becoming a stepmom and becoming a wife. And, all of these things are different. I'm like, oh my God, I'm transitioning. But then I'm noticing that the people that are coming to me, guess what they're doing?
What are they doing?
They're transitioning. And guess what? Transitioning through fear, transitioning through anxiety, transitioning to get to the other side of who we want to become. And I'm just looking like, oh my God, I see you.
Yeah.
Do you feel that way too? Do you feel like the stuff that you go through it's not just about you, even though we try to make it like about us?
Kim, that's why Adversity University exists.
Sure.
Absolutely. This is what I live. What I go through. What I'm going through now is just another test of my testimony. And I've always understood that, Kim. Adversity, I live that. I live there, right? Since I was small, since I was a young boy, but I always was able to, show up on the other side and experience what that feel like. So, I'm over 40, right? So this is like every decade of my life, every year of my life, I've had to overcome some type of struggle, some type of adversity in which, yes, I do feel it's my duty to share that with people. Is why I talk so much, right? Because I got so much going on in here. I got so much going on in here that I lived and experienced. And when I see somebody going through the same thing or experiencing the same thing, I feel like it's my duty to help lift that person out of the mud. I've been through so much. All of that I've been through just in the past month, most people can't survive or won't survive. But because I know that there's light at the end of the tunnel, I'm just on my way there. I'm just, when the lights show up, I'm going to be ready for it because I know it's there. A lot of people don't see the light at the end of that tunnel, and so they sit in what they're sitting in thinking that that's the end all be all. And that's not the case. And I want people to understand, like, listen, we're going to go through life. Life is meant to struggle. Life is meant to deal with adversity, but it's also meant to overcome. It's also meant to keep going. It's also meant to persevere and succeed. So we got to stop stopping before we get to that success part. The thing is, like, all of the people that left me, all the people that's gone, I know for a fact that they want me to keep doing what I do, right? Because what I do is heal people, help people, right? And motivate
they didn't leave
people and encourage people.
They didn't leave you. And they didn't leave you. What gift did they leave you with? What did they deposit in you? Each person that was special, that was in your life, left you with something. Left you with, okay, they planted something in you to continue.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. And I know that when things like this happen, I was having a conversation with Shaq the other day, right? And he was like, because I was just talking to him, I was like, man, it'll happen again, man. It'll happen again, man. It'll happen again. And we were just talking about, just how much death surrounds me. And he was like, as we was talking about that, he also cut me off and he was like, bro, you know what else surrounds you? He said success. So, yeah, you gonna go through it, bro. You go be in your feelings, but bro, you're blessed. And I know that. I know that to be true. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes we're so used to sitting in it, though. It feels good because that's what we know. And there was a certain part in our lives to where that fed us, that pushed us and motivated us. We were talking years ago on how, like, dang, like, I didn't know this about you. Like, you named your company Adversity University. I named my Avocations Counseling. We were both fighters. Right. You know what I mean? You looked at my life and you didn't see me being a fighter, a fighter. You thought something different. I looked at your life and I thought something different, but we were both fighters. We fought to be at college. We fought to be in certain situations. But now, guess what? What fueled us then no longer feeds us. It no longer sustains us. And sometimes we have to change the mindset, because right now I had to fight. Like, listen, I never was able to go to the front door. I went to the backyard, let up the window, got in, scuffed up my knee, and still stood like, Cody, you here too? what up? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But now I could change that because I'm used to fighting, I'm used to scrapping, but now I'm coming into a transition where I don't have to fight that way. I don't have to. Everything doesn't have to be a fight. And sometimes I come into situations ready to fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But now it's like, okay, I have to be soft. I have to be understanding. You mean I can go through this front door? What? Where you go? I'm going in the backyard.
Yeah.
When I can go through the front door now. So I have to change that mentality, right? So the first time you lost someone, the first time you went through something and it's adversity, those feelings, those natural tools want to come up. But now, as you've gone through life, Cody, you have been blessed with other tools to use. And the mindset that, you know what, it's not a loss, it's transition and not just about me. So I have another person that's over there looking and fighting over me in the area that I can't even see. You see what I'm saying? But our mindset, we choose to sit there because this is comfortable. This is what I know. I know how to fight. I know how to sit here. I know how to mope. And then all of a sudden I'm going to take this and it's going to fuel me to go in and be, right?
Yeah.
Maybe that ain't what it is. What other tools did you pick up in life? That was like, okay, now I see it. I'm able to see it differently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I look at life way different now than I in the past. But I'm also a realist. Although I don't like, I hate losing people. You know what I mean? I miss everybody so much, but I understand that we all got to go that route. We all got to, you know what I'm saying, transition. We all gonna have to walk that path. So because this stuff been so rapid fire to me, I just use it as more fuel to do what I'm supposed to do while I'm here. You know what I'm saying? We all have a birthday, we all have a death date, but the dash in the middle it determines like, okay, how of life, and that dash need to represent a whole lot. Mainly to my kids, right? They see daddy fighting. They know daddy going through what I'm going through, but they also see that daddy is still going and daddy ain't slowed down, right? One, if I could do something different, I will be more emotional in front of them in the midst of all this. But the hard part is, Kim, I haven't even had a chance to really grieve. I don't really think I really cried. And
what I tell you, what did I tell you? Every time we talk about it, what I tell you, like, take time, sit still in it.
It's easy to say, you know what I'm saying? You know, and it's like when you feeling like this, if I take the time, I'm gonna get down. If I continue, I get strength. But at the same time, am I really strong? Because I'm weak mentally, emotionally, and sometimes physically when doing these things. But it's like I preach and teach to keep your feet moving in the midst of the struggle, because eventually you're going to get to the other side. And that's what I'm doing right now. I want to get to the other side, then start grieving, right? And then start sitting in it. You know what I mean? But life don't stop just because a life stopped. You feel me? So it's like...
It's not. Here's the thing, though. In that moment where you weak, then you look at your support system. Where you weak, you have your wife, you have your daughters, you have Shaq, you have friends. That in the areas of where you're weak in, it's okay to be vulnerable because you have a support system to kind of help carry you through. The thing about it is, we think that we have to go through things by ourselves, but we've been gifted the opportunities of friendships, family, and relationships to help pull us through. To help get us through those moments. It's just being vulnerable. You know what I mean? Being okay and say, look, I don't have it in this area. I don't have it right now. So that way your support system can step in and be like, you don't have it? I got a little bit of this. Oh, wait, Chet got a little bit of that too. You know what I mean? Your daughter's got a little bit of this. And it's just allowing yourself to realize that no one said you had to be alone. No one said that, because if that was the case, then we wouldn't have friendships. We wouldn't have family. Everything in life is designed for us to do things and connect together. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But depression, anxiety, life triggers will try to separate us from this connection and pull us away and separate us and put us in the lone spot of isolation. And that's not what it is. Look up and look at your support system and utilize that. because that's what they're there for. They're not there for the good times. They're there for that reason.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? And it's crazy that you mentioned that, because that's exactly what I'm doing and what I have been doing. Like, I identify my support system, and I know who's very important for me to reach out to. And in times of feeling the way that I feel, I force myself to be vulnerable. It's times I just send a text message, hey man, I'm going through this. I'm dealing with this. It ain't easy, but I'm pushing through. Holler at me when you get a chance. Because I don't like to be a burden on people, but I need to let them know, hey, I'm going through this. When you get the energy and when you get the energy up to call me back and to hear all that I'm about to give you, call me. If not, I'm cool with it. Because I understand the position of the people that are in my life. Because I don't choose friends. If I consider you a friend, you're then family, right? Mm-hmm. So there's no in between. If you're a friend, you're family. Mm-hmm. If I can't put you in the family boat, you'll never be a friend. Right. You understand what I'm saying? So those who are really in my life are in my life. So I know who I can reach out to in the midst of, any types of struggle. But most times, Kim, I don't reach out. But
it's
when
always
it gets bad, I do.
It's always the one that's the first one to carry the heavy load that don't want to reach out, that don't want to, I don't want to be a burden on everybody else, but you take on everybody else's stuff. And it's not fair. You're not utilizing your support system. They're there for a reason. And when you limit
your
why.
Before you go there, because I know where you're going and I want to hear it, but can I tell you why I don't reach out?
Let's go. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I take on everybody's struggle. I help people through so much, but rarely do people help me through things. So when you get to a point where you think somebody can and will help you through certain things, and you actually reach out to those individuals, and that person don't show up, it puts you in another space. So because of that, and because I know how volatile I, you know what I'm saying, and fragile, that's the word I'm looking for, how fragile I am in certain moments, and I can't reach out to you with a possibility of being rejected, because then it's going to put me
in a space.
It's going to put me in a space that you don't want me in.
Can I ask you this though? Like in certain situations to where you thought particular people were supposed to be there and have your back, right? And you felt rejected, like, dang, I showed up for you and here I am, and you didn't show up for me. You're focused on this. But if you turned your head a little bit to the left, I'm pretty sure that you had somebody there that came in and supported you in a way that you didn't even think about, like, darn, I didn't even look at you like that. I didn't even think that you were that cool to show up and be there for me. But you focus on this. But if you just look to the left and arrest, other people are there too. All right, Cody, get up. All right, Cody, hey, I'm just checking in on you. Good? You good, buddy? Everything's good. All right, look, I'm gonna give you 2 days, and I'm gonna call you back and see what you got done.
Right. That's true. That's true. But when you're in those spaces, you don't see everything that you need to see. Those people that's right there to that left, right, that help push you where you need to be pushed. When you're in those spaces, blinders on. You don't even see that person. That person right there, but you don't see that person. And see, most people, not just me, but most people are like that. They don't see that person, right? But they hope and wish that person would just come through for once. Just come through for once. Just come through.
You holding the door closed for everybody else.
Yeah.
Waiting on this person to show up. I'm gonna let you get away with it till I'm not. Right. I mean, it's real. These are real conversations. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can focus on this one friend. She's supposed to be there. She's supposed to be about all these things, right? But all the while, like, she's not showing up. But guess what? She's probably not able to show up right now because she has life hitting her left and right. But then at the same time, I got this group, this door. I'm here. And it's the unlikely sources. He ain't never gonna leave you by yourself. He's always gonna provide a lifeline. It's just if you decide to look up or not and see it. Sometimes we want to just sit in it and hold our head down. But you gotta look up and look up. You gotta choose to look up and see it.
Mm-hmm.
But your feelings and what you went through, you wanted to stay in and sit. Yeah. You're ready. You got to do it. I told you about the dog in the bar situation.
I don't remember what.
I walked into the bar, right? Greenville. Everybody love their dogs in restaurant. Okay. So I walk in, I'm sitting at the bar and I order a drink, but I hear this dog in the corner howling. I'm like, what? I order my drink. I'm sipping on my drink. Everybody else going on like it is nothing, but this dog keep. So I say, bartender, hey, come here. What's wrong with this dog in the back? Howling. It was like, oh, he just sitting on the nail. I'm like, oh my God, go get the dog off the nail. And he just looked at me all cool, calm, and collect. Was like, when he get tired of sitting on the nail, he'll get up.
Mm-hmm.
You have all the resources and the tools. And that's the thing about it, it's a heavy hand. As a therapist, we have all the resources and the tools, and we know how to do it. We know to get up, but it's real heavy. We're going to have to take our days to sit in it. But when it's time, and in people who are going through therapy, you get the tools. You can sit in it. But there'll come a time when you got to use your tools and you got to choose to look up and get up. Mm-hmm. You got to get up. And that's the hardest thing because it takes action.
Yeah.
It feels good to sit in what we know. It feels good to sit in our comfort zone. It feels good when nobody came and got me up. You have 4 legs. We have 2 legs. We got arms. We get up. Take up your bed and walk.
Yeah.
Walk.
Yeah.
You gotta fight.
Now that's real, Kim. You definitely hit the nail on the head with that one. Nail. That dog sitting on that nail. I like that. But for sure. You know, like again, that's what I'm doing, Kim. I'm pushing through. You know, I'm good. I don't stay in negative spaces, but it's there, right?
Cody, you pushing through.
You know,
you pushing through. You're pushing through. Put the car in neutral, and if you look behind you, you got all your homeboys, you got Shaq, you got your friends, you got your wife, you got your kids, and we like this.
Yeah.
Just put the car in neutral. When I say put the car in neutral, meaning put it in, it's okay to be vulnerable with your inner circle and let us help push you through. You see what I'm saying? You ain't pushing by yourself.
Yeah, that's real.
Unless you want to.
No. Teamwork make the dream work. We know that.
Right. So, yeah, unless you want to, and that's fine. Back then, that was great storytelling. Oh, I remember I had to get it up on the ground by myself. I ain't had nobody, da-da-da-da-da. But as you go through life, he connects you with people. You no longer have to do it by yourself unless you want to. And you already told that story at Adversity University. You already told that story. You have other chapters to write.
Yeah, we there, man. We there. Now, that was definitely great convo. I need to look for my plug for the doggone computer hang up, but. No, I definitely appreciate this conversation and bridging the gap, Kim, and everything that you said about yourself personally, to me, and to everybody else that's listening. We this is what we do, right? We in front of people behind the scenes, we uplift, we encourage, we motivate, right? We heal. And that's what's important about circles. I just mentioned teamwork make the dream work. Nobody can do anything by themselves. I don't care how small or how big it is. Nobody can do anything by themselves. So teamwork consistently makes the dream work. Show up when you need to show up, and your team will do the rest that you can't do. Right. So let's wrap right there, Kim.
All right.
Shoot. Next week, we'll holler at the people. We wanted to bridge the gap with this right here, but next week we got more stuff for y'all that we're gonna
listen. If you want more conversation conversation, and come to the yard. We have more live conversations where you can interact with us on the yard at Versity University. This is where we have real life conversations.
Absolutely. It's a private community. FYI, Facebook done. I don't have a Facebook at this point right now, so now we about to funnel everybody into our own private community because I'm not dealing with these people no more. So listen, so we got the yard, the private community at Versity University. It's your boy Cody Motivation. We got Kim Peak with Avocations Counseling. I mean, listen, we here. We about to do what we do best. Continue to uplift the community, strengthen families, and just live life the best way that we know how. All right. So we'll catch y'all on the flip side and see you on the other side. Knowledge is power, share knowledge is more power, and perseverance is the key to overcoming all adversity. So never give up. No matter what life throws at you. Your feet moving, focus on the solution, and let success be the goal. It's Cody Motivation. I'm out of here.
When perseverance meet adversity, then success is right around the corner. You just gotta be willing to keep going. This is Adversity University. What's your plan? You gonna keep your feet planted or you gonna keep your feet moving? And success is the next step. Now what you gonna do?